día que menos ha dado 70. La madre de mis hijos es médico, Ana, un promedio de casi 900, casi 40.
Did you catch that? This guy makes more in one day than a doctor makes in a month, and he's a taxi driver. Well, he's actually a trained engineer, but engineers make even less than doctors. Welcome to the Cuban economy. Right after the Socialist Revolution in 1959, Fidel Castro's government seized almost all private businesses and land.
You won't have to worry about next year. The state will do your planning from now on.
Every restaurant, factory, hospital, and home was property of the government. The state set prices for everything and decided how much people got paid. The private sector disappeared overnight.
The world these men live in desperately needs economic reforms.
You can see the result of this if you go looking for food in Havana today. When I showed up, I was pretty excited to see what street food was on offer. But all I could find was this. Just this. Ham sandwiches everywhere. Here's a typical scene in a Cuban eatery. Too many employees in an empty establishment with empty shelves. They're just waiting for food deliveries from the government and putting in their 8 hours so that they can go home. They get paid the same whether they sell 1 plate of food or 50. This model just doesn't work. Cuba survived for many years with subsidies from the Soviet Union.
¡Viva el comunismo!
But since its collapse, the economy's been getting worse every year. This lady is showing me her government ration cards that she's kept for decades. Cubans use these cards to go to the storage houses to get their monthly rations.
El aceite que es menos cantidad, los granos que son menos, el azúcar que es menos, ni hay jabón de baño, ni de lavar, ni detergente. Bueno, cada día las menos cosas.
¿Usted cree que han mejorado el proceso en alguna forma? The government realized this was becoming a problem in the 90s and started giving out private licenses, fueling a small but growing private sector. I stumbled upon a private restaurant in Havana and it was a totally different experience than the public ones. There was actually movement and good service. The owners had to sell good food if they wanted to stay in business. Which brings me back to the taxi driver and the doctor. The reason why taxi drivers make so much more than doctors is because they have private licenses. Their salaries are not set by the state, and they can charge tourists high prices. I paid $25 to get from the airport into Havana, and in that 30 minutes, this driver made more than an average monthly salary of a Cuban, which is $20.